I was just sitting here talking to God. It's like it really ain't. In this way, it doesn't hurt. It's like, cause my ancestors, they gonna tell you everything. It's their job to do that. I ain't just gonna tell you to do their job regardless. It's all about understanding, mutual understanding between two parties, one in the spiritual, one in the physical. So uh, that's why certain things got to come together. Certain things got to be grouped up. Certain things got to, because right now everything is all over the place. It's got to be order. Certain things got to be put in order. That's why we gotta be careful on what we understand. Who made this who made this orderly functions. I don't want to get into that though, because I haven't even really studied it. But certain things have to be in place. Certain things have to just go in a direction. But I get it now. It's like God. All right, we got God. It's like we got light and the dark, and it's like balancing out the what was I got it a while ago. Balancing out. In other words, all right. Let's say you in your dark side of your north node, and you gotta transfer the energy from Anubis to Ra side. They don't blend though, they work together. You get what I'm saying? You see the complete separation in it. It's completely separate. They don't blend. Them two don't blend, because one of them is dark in the north node, and one of them is light in the north node. And this is why it's so important not to be lukewarm. Because if you always practice lukewarm, you will not understand this problem. But it's light, okay? So that's why I use the lover. So this is the sad part about it. You focused on this. You got to focus on a lover you never met. You never met none of them, probably, because you new to your north node. You got to focus on your north node. You can't think about your south. You got to focus on your north node light person. You cannot think about no one in your south node. No one in your north node on your dark side, even though you done probably found out who all of them are. That's difficult, because guess what? You only get one person on your light of your north node, because you transition in energy. You only get one person on your light of your north node compared to all those people in your dark in your north node. That's miserable, really. It's kind of miserable, and because you got to really transfer all that energy, and it feel like love, but it's not lust. It feels like love. You got to give all this to the emotional love and attention to this light in the north node, understanding the fact that y'all probably never meet each other, never see each other, never come together. But the facts about this is that this is not lust. Even though they in their dark, and you got light and dark over here, this is not lust. See, it's twin flames and soulmates. If you can ever contact with one another, you'll all see that. See, I done experienced it a couple times, so I know how it feels to actually. A lot of people out there, especially my people, black people, y'all really ain't with no twin flame soulmate. Y'all can't be, because it'll be more people promoting it. It'll be more people saying do it, because it works out in every way fashionable. But y'all ain't, so you ain't really with your twin flame soulmate. Maybe, I don't know. I'm them assumptions, but anyway. So you going over here to this light, but you got to give all your energy that you was giving to this whole row in the dark light, in the dark of the north node. Now you gotta give all that energy to one individual. It don't matter really who that person is. You can only give it to one individual, because God ain't have it showed you the whole group in the north side of the light of the north, and Ra side of the north node. He only showed you one light, one energy. So now you got to give that light, all that light. And here's the kicker. Like I said, you cannot even think about these people no more. As soon as you think about it, it's a pain. It's an ocean pain. It's a pain. I think you got 2 to 3 times to think about them. In other words, let's say you desiring them, men out there. You better not desire more than, you got 1 to 2 to 3 times, period, altogether. And what's gonna happen is your energy, your ocean gonna change. Your ocean view gonna change in your head. It's gonna change. This is real. I'm bringing the spiritual to the physical. I'm showing you how to manifest in the physical. Your ocean view gonna change. You're gonna lose this raw energy ASAP. And it's gonna go right back to Anubis. And all that negative energy, all that stuff that you had to deal with so you can that made you elevate in the first place out of Anubis energy into raw energy in your north node. You gonna have to, the pan gonna ocean right back to it. Just as simple as a thought. Y'all see how powerful that is? That's why Jesus said, surely I tell you the truth, as soon as you think it, it's already done. We gotta master our mindsets, our thoughts. And once we realize how important it is to master your mind, this is vitally important, y'all. This is vitally important because now we see why things keep reoccurring. Now we see why the past always shows up. You can't think about them at all. So it's like basically I gotta love this one. I never met this woman, never probably ever meet this woman, but I gotta put all my love in this woman. And it makes sense though. What that's gonna do is transfer my energy. But the love is guarded. You can tell it's guarded by God, because even if it don't work out between me and this woman, I don't feel no pain or hurt at all. Why? Because we haven't connected. That cord haven't connected. You see the power in that? That cord haven't connected. That's manifesting. See, your ancestors know you're supposed to be together. You know you're supposed to be together. Cause y'all twin flames, a soulmate. The problem is that in the physical, you're not being together. And that's when we start messing up in the physical. And that's where the imbalance comes from when it comes down to the spiritual and the physical. Because the physical always seem to think that they know more than the spiritual. Go back to the dark side and your north node. What I just say, the package wasn't wrapped right. The package didn't look right. The package didn't mount right. Not knowing that y'all was created together. The package was way more better than that display fella. You just didn't give it a chance because it wasn't wrapped right. It didn't act like. It didn't look like what you wanted to look like. So it just wasn't wrapped tight. So that energy is gone. Y'all didn't even make contact. Y'all didn't even make contact. Y'all didn't even meet each other. Y'all never even touched each other. Sad, but real. But it's healthy and good at the same time, because you don't got no ties with one another to actually feel like you go, I'm gonna kill this person. Or I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna go drinking and do drugs. You don't feel none of that because you never contacted with one another. You see how beautiful that is? So now you in your raw node. Now you in your raw energy. The only thing you gotta focus on is not even thinking about the dark in the north node. That's it. And you gotta give your energy time to pan. What's gonna happen if you keep focusing on this light right here? See, it's a lot of light on this light, but you ain't got about a sip of light. You got one sip of light. You gotta focus on this light. What's gonna happen once you focus all that energy on this light right here? That light gonna go, this negative light gonna go away completely. You just gotta give it time. And that's where the healing process comes from. And that's why, ladies and gentlemen, you are alone for a period of time. Facts. That's why God don't mix all that. Y'all out there doing the lustful. It's somebody jumping on thumb after thumb. It's a girl out there jumping on thumb after thumb just to keep power. That's why I say it's disgusting. Because you see the process you got to go through just to find true love. This love is worth it, y'all. I know, because I was a nympho. I was out there. When I had my first experience with soulmates and twin flame, I wished I'd have did it from the beginning. I wished I'd have learned it like I learned my ABCs in 1, 2, 3. Because that's something you ain't got to worry about. When you got somebody who really love you and who really gonna be there for you and who gonna really back you, you ain't gotta worry about that no more. And then the sex is good too. You don't have to worry about it no more. Y'all are on one accord. Y'all are completely balanced. I mean, everything y'all like to do, everything that you don't like to do is balanced perfectly. They good at what you ain't good at. And what you don't like to do, they probably don't like to do either. Thank you, sunshine. What you don't like to do, they probably don't like to do as well. But they good, you good. Whatever you not good at, that person is good at. However you feeling, that person gonna know. You don't have to have these unnecessary conversations with one another. You got to understand what you ain't gotta have all them unnecessary arguments go out the door. I know. God helped me experience it when I met my flame. We wasn't supposed to be together, but we were the complete total opposite. But for some reason, somehow, when we got together, we understood one another. We should have been killing each other. I mean, yeah, we got into it a couple times, but the love was way more stronger for one another than it was for us wanting to hurt each other. We just knew we needed to get away from each other. Literally, we should have been trying to destroy each other, but we didn't. God told me, I'm gonna put y'all together for a temporary time just so you can learn. This young lady gonna teach you something, and you know y'all gonna teach each other something. And it did. It taught me how valuable twins and twin flames and soulmate relationships are, and they are not meant to be sacrificed. They are a gift from God. And if you even lucky enough to get with your real twin and twin flame and soulmate, you need to thank God and get on your knees and you run to that person. You run to that gift. You fly to that gift. You get to that gift however you got to get to that gift. Don't abandon that gift. Don't ever abandon what God give y'all, ladies and gentlemen. God knows your heart. God knows exactly what you need. God created you. God built you. From the rooted to the tooted, he know about your sessions. He know everything. What you needed was already fit perfectly with you. That was your soul twin or soul mate, and God gave you that gift to you, and you turned it down, you throwed it in the trash, and you talked about it, and you stepped on it, and you kicked it around, and then you got the whole world to talk about it. Because I'm in a group. I'm going to tell you something I used to hate with gang members. I had to deal with gang members so much in my lifetime because I was told, when you decide not to be in the gang, you get pushed around, beat up, you get thrown around a lot. You get thrown around a lot, but it makes you strong, though. And one thing I used to have to get on to them about when I started telling lectures to neighborhoods and stuff. One thing, because I would be the one in the street saying lectures, and the gangsters would let me do it because I could always speak lecture. I could always speak, And one thing I used to have to tell gang members, I used to see gang members clobber their own family members because they gang members wanted to rob a family member that had it going on. And I had to finally put a stop to that because that started getting irate in the hood. And people, the neighborhood, their own neighborhood they were born and raised from, was starting to tear each other apart, destroy one another, making the hood worse than the hood. And I told them, whatever y'all got going on, the gang's supposed to come together, protect one another, really protect and serve. You already got the whole point of it misconstrued now. You already done turned it backwards. You already done made it perverse. Now, what make you think you can just come and tear your homes down? You got with the gang to evolve. You didn't get with the gang to dissolve. You don't hurt your family. You don't hurt loved ones just because your gang members said we're going to all get together and do that. Stop. That's perverse anyway. And if you're not going to do it the right way, just stop it altogether. And that's really why I was getting attacked, because it was group organization. Yeah, I know you my soul twin flame twin, but this is how it is. That's what I had a flame tell me that. I had a flame tell me that. She said, yeah, we know we supposed to be together, but this is real right here. She basically told me, I was talking about God. She basically told me, shut up about God and understand about this cult stuff because it's real. And I told her, get out my house and don't ever come back. You a loser. And you go tell them losers over there, I call them a loser. And you go pack up together, you come over here, you make me leave God. You gotta learn how to fight back, y'all. You gotta learn how to stand up, even if that means your life when it comes to God. Especially if it means your life when it comes to God. Because that's what faith is. That's what faith lies. That's what faith lives. Every time I had to prove my faith to God, it always came down to my life. But I knew as long as I stand with God, ain't nobody doing nothing in my life. Well, they might make it miserable, but they ain't taking my life. You know why? Because when you truly got God, you don't fear death. You know that you don't die. So why? So why? Come on, y'all. A little quiet, please. Please. Thank you. Thank you. Now them back there doing it. Thank you. Thank you, nature. Just a little piece. Now them over there doing it. Yeah, yeah. But anyway, it might be breeding season or something for them. But anyway, thank you. Thank you so very much. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Y'all, I had to get out of gang violence. Y'all ain't asked me the right question. You never asked me the right question. You wasn't gonna ask me the right question because you've been programmed to ask the wrong question. How did I survive getting out of these situations and still stand on my integrity? That's the real question, y'all. And I done been through some situations now, especially when it came down to financial stability. And especially when it came down to my life. I chose God. And when you choose God in them situations, you gotta choose faith. You gotta have faith, because you're gonna have to use faith. That's when faith kick in. God love when you use faith though. But you gotta get God to the point. You gotta grasp God to the point where you love God so much, you don't fear death. I'm not finna die. I'm finna go to a better life. I'm finna die out of this life and go to a whole better life. So I'm going from life to life. Life to life. You see what I'm saying? Eternal life. Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us for our debts, as also have forgiven our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. In your power and kingdom and glory forever. Amen. Nature really giving it to us today, and I think it's breeding season though. But whatever them things is. But yeah, y'all. That's just like I said. I'm just giving my opinion though. Take it with a grain of salt.